I started for run the investment department in Durham. There are so many great things that could be said about Miss Renee Taylor, as I call her. But the one thing that always stirred on my mind was this. Renee did not allow anyone to fool around with the Veterans Department as long as we was in the right. It didn't matter. I could always depend on the fact that I knew as long as I was right, she would walk up to the top of the mountain with you and be there. But as she and I would say, but if you're wrong, I'm going to be one kicking you off. So as long as you was right, you knew you had a person who had your back at all times. As long as you was right, you knew you had someone who you could approach through her open door policy. She was never out of reach, like unfortunately some people can be in certain positions. No matter what level a person was within the agency, she conducted herself the same way with each and every person. She did not have a protocol on human beings. In other words, it didn't matter which position or what your title was, she treated everybody the same. So being a retired 21 Air Force guy, that means a lot. And I appreciate the fact that you had so much love and respect for veterans. That's something else, too, that Renee did. She had such a love and respect for us as people, of course, first and foremost, but also as veterans. And she would always make sure that all of these surrounding agencies knew whatever the veteran supervisor say needs to be done, as long as I've okayed it, they're speaking for me. If you fool with them, you're fooling with me. So that means a lot to me. I have your speed down. Angelique, I tell Elise I saw you. God bless you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
I'd like to say something about Miss Renee. I'm her top consultant for one, because I enjoy working with Renee and Monica and this office. Let me tell you the type of person that I already saw in Renee, but I happened to bring one of my cousins that was moving here from New Mexico, and one of the things that she said that really stood out, Renee could be one of those big-headed people, but she's not. I'm standing out there and I'm talking to Renee. She took me on the tour of the Henderson office because I'd never been in that office before. She took me all around and we were talking about our kids. Because our children, they have a lot of similarities. And so when my cousin got through with her application as a consultant, and I said, oh, well, Donna, let me introduce you to Ms. Renee Taylor. She's our regional manager, And they talked for a minute, and then she said, well, we got to leave. So when we got back in my car, she's like, didn't you say that was your regional manager? So she's like, one of those high titles? I said, yeah. She doesn't act like it. I'm not used to people like that. So we just really appreciate you no matter who you are and your title. She treats you like a person. You're just people. And that's very, very much appreciated. So we'll miss you. I'll miss you all too.
I'm looking at Katina and she and I are both about to cry.
Well, my name's Jim Dean. I'm one of the few remaining species of regional managers. And it'll be even fewer after December. But Renee, it's been a pleasure getting to know you over the past years as a regional manager, and I've always found Renee's professionalism and insight very informative and very helpful to me personally in my job. And I'll miss you. I hope we'll stay in touch off and on through the years. Like someone else said, we've talked children because I've got a daughter and son, but I think my daughter's about Angelique's age. So we've compared notes on that, but it's kind of like the cat that stuck his tail in the fan. It won't be long now.
Well, Renee and I got to know each other when you got the position of the manager in Henderson, and because we're neighboring counties, we work very closely together. It was a delight to have Renee as a neighbor. You were always helpful to me, and I think I was some help to you. But it was great to have you as a sounding board, and on the time that you were the manager in Henderson, I counted you as a co-worker and as a friend. And then when you became my supervisor, you were my supervisor and still my friend. And that's, really special. And Renee was always two things. She was always honest with me. If I was right, I was right. If I was wrong, I was wrong. And she was fair. And, you can't answer any more than that. So, Renee, I would definitely miss you. But we will be in, I'm going to send my Facebook request. We only got one.
Well, I guess I'll say
Renee, I
something.
apologize for being late, but one of those things that you'll get to miss real short. I just was at a site visit with our friends on an NC work certification. But it's indeed a pleasure to come and celebrate with you. It's been a pleasure working with you. You are the consummate professional, and you always made us look bad because you always got all your stuff in on time. And would be the first to do that. But we appreciate the wisdom that you share, and as a regional manager, you get a lot of opportunities come your way. And sometimes it's good to be able to have somebody to call and talk to about, and I appreciate being able to have that with you. Wish you very, very much happiness in your retirement, and just counted a privilege to have had the pleasure of working with you. And I do, as Tim said, hope we'll stay in contact.
Well, Renee, I think I may have been one of your last managers that you hired over a year ago. And when I came to Henderson, she was with me for about a week, and then she kind of threw me to the wolves. So I always tease her and tell her that she tricked me in taking the job, but actually it's been a joy working there, and I've enjoyed having you as a supervisor. And you will certainly be missed. I'm still mad at you for leaving, but you will be missed.
I'm John Carpenter from Smithfield area. For all those who don't know me, Renee hired me into this agency, for which I am forever thankful. I used to say stuff like I made a lot of money before, but I've never worked with people like Renee, professionalism within the agency. So I just want to take this time to say thank you for all you've done for me, for all the emails you sent me. I have a lot of them. I haven't read them all. Your retirement note, and I'll be ready.